So these quiet moments, yeah, this is what we're chasing all the time. But then when they come, we don't always know how to stay with them, and we usually are rushing to get through them onto the next task. It's great to dream the next task. It's great to feel empowered. It's great to do all the things. But when we get to the space where we're rushing our way out of it, then what was the sense in getting there in the first place? So learning how to really take that time, celebrate, and kind of bask in it is really, really important. Um, you don't need to rush past peace to stay productive. You're still being productive. Sometimes the rest is the most important part. And I used to laugh. When I tell you, I used to absolutely be appalled when they said that. Rest what? Because I didn't even know what rest was. And I worked myself downward near to death on a regular basis. I was just running on exhaustion. I don't know how I survived, to be honest. And then they were like, well, you should just try sitting down. And sitting down wasn't the hard part, even though it didn't happen often. It was the calming the brain. It was getting out of the chaos. And that's where the breathing tools helped. Learning to regulate my nervous system. I make the teas and stuff that are on my website, my gratitude tea. That is the one thing that actually helped me regulate my nervous system. It allowed me the space to, when I wasn't ready to say things to myself, to empower myself, I could say it to the fruits. You still have value. You are worthy. You will be loved. You will be enjoyed. And you have value, and things like that. Sometimes it's the simplest things, and it doesn't matter what it is. Would it work cutting fruit for everybody? Probably not, but it was something that worked for me. And finding that thing for you, those couple things for you, is very easy to do. You just got to start trying it, right? Trial and error, and it starts with noticing. But when we start noticing and using, that celebration and that peace is coming. And so is that empowerment and that creation and all the things that come after it. That's an upward spiral. And that's definitely one I want to be on. So calm doesn't mean nothing's happening. There's always a lot happening. You're processing. Your body is releasing. You ever just, when you do sit down and you kind of relax for the day and you've been kind of holding your shoulders tight, maybe like I'm being a little exaggerated right now, but you're at work and your shoulders are up and you got to keep yourself focused and you're doing all the things, and then you go home and you relax and it's like, because you don't have to carry the weight of the world, and there's that moment where it's just that release. And it's the same thing when you're creating, when you're working and you're doing all the things, and when you release, you actually feel it in your body. There's a whole lot going on, even though just because you don't see it happening all the time doesn't mean it's not happening. You already did something. It's the part where you get to let it matter. Why did you work so hard to create something if you're not even going to sit and enjoy it and say, way to go. Maybe this is going to help me. Maybe it's going to help other people. I created this, and I'm proud of that. Why do all the work if you're not going to take the moment to say, yeah, good for me. You're allowed to sit with what you created before you go create more. Because when you start enjoying what you created and you get to be proud of it, it also empowers you and encourages you to do more, right? And then peace isn't the absence of progress. It's just part of it. It's part of your progress. It's the moment where all of the calmness allows space for those intuitive nudges, for those ideas, to pull from all that is out there and all the things that you might want to do and say, ooh, that's something I could try next. That's a pretty good space to be. Peace isn't the absence of progress. It's part of it. So if you're in that space right now, just don't rush it. Just take the time. Celebrate yourself. Just like the little thing that I created. And I know people think it's just a little thing, but this is going to help many other little kids. This is my program, how I teach it, and I teach it because it's easy for someone to say, just go journal. It's easy for someone to say these things and then, okay, well, I can't journal because my mind's in chaos and all this is going on and I'm worried about this and worried about that. And it's a lot. And you don't know what to journal about and how do I apply that now? And I'm so mad and frustrated. There's a million reasons why that's hard. But if I told you, okay, instead of journaling, take out your phone or your a voice recorder or whatever, but Google Docs I always find is really good. Like the voice recorder, voice to text. You don't judge. You don't worry about anything, and you just spew it all out. Whatever it is you're feeling, whatever is going on in your brain, don't think about it. Don't listen. Don't look back over it. Just spew it out. Blah 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 blah. Blah. And then when you go back, give it a moment, a few moments, take some time, go back and read it. And it's more fun when you read it because Google Voice to Text will change the words you said, and it's actually kind of a little more fun. So you're like, I know I didn't say that, but it'll be so absurd. It takes you out of the mood of, oh my God, the whole world is crashing down to, oh my God, I didn't say that, and you kind of get to laugh about it. But also, what happens is when you read it back to yourself, you'd be like, oh, well, that doesn't matter, that doesn't matter, that doesn't matter, that's not a big deal, because it's not. It's stuff you've already processed, understand. You were just frustrated, like when we're frustrated, we say all kinds of things, and we're like, well, that's not true, I'm just mad, right? And we can automatically deduct it. But what happens is when you spew it out like that, there's going to be those one or two things that sneak in there, and it's blah, 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 blah. And it happens even more when you get used to it, but there'll be that one or two thing, and you can go back and you can pinpoint it and be like, oh, where'd that come from? Maybe I should go check that out. And then you start journaling about that one thing and watch how the process happens. And that's when you get to let stuff go.